Welcome to Shakhtar, our first goal here at the new club.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Corners of Europe Challenge, and welcome to Shakhtar Donetsk. That's right, we have gone to Shakhtar Donetsk. I cannot believe we've managed to get here, to be honest. So this obviously wasn't the club we were supposed to go to, even though we need to go to it to complete this challenge. The story of what happened is, if we're going to take a look at the insecure jobs, I'm not sure if it's still insecure. I don't think it is. Yeah, it's gone to stable now. Las Palmas were relegated at the end of last season, so they've gone back down to the second division. Now, what I thought would happen in the summer, I kept looking. I thought because they've been relegated, they would release their manager, let them go. However, that was not the case. So I waited. And then one day when I turned the page, from looking at emails and stuff like that, what do I see in the available jobs? Shakhtar Donetsk. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it was there. And we went, took that opportunity straight away, grabbed it with both hands, and we managed to get the job after all this time. It's been released and we managed to claim it. So it took the previous manager, to retire for us to be able to get the job. He won 12 straight leagues, 14 league titles, but the one thing we want to go and do is win the Champions League here. It's a shame, really, that we can't go here as the last club, because we would have liked to have been able to kind of win it as the last thing. We can still win the Europa League, but for this Shakhtar club, they won the Europa League in 2009. I think they beat Chelsea in the final, if I'm not mistaken. I'm fairly certain I saw something that said they beat them. No, they haven't run up actually. I don't know who they beat in that final, or was it? I don't even know. I'm not too sure. I know Fulham made a final around that time. I'm not too sure really, but whoever it was, they lost out to Shakhtar. We want to go one step further, but I guess this is part of the process. We have to go clubs at different times. We've not really had much difficulties in finding clubs, but now we have found our new club, and that is Shakhtar Donetsk. So that does mean the end of our time in Tromsø. We left them. I mean, we played a load of games. The last game we played was a 1-1 draw against Bodo Glimt. We played all these games after the Besiktas game. We left them with a quarter-final to play, which they won, and also in second place, the new manager, Henrik Rydsom here. As you can see, he's been manager of a number of different clubs, in particular Malmo. He's been to Sirius, the affiliate club of Tromsø, Viking and Fredrikstad. Hopefully he can go and do a good job there. He's inheriting a very, very good squad. Now, a few sad things that has kind of developed. So you'll see here, these are the players remaining. Dahl is there, but however, he is going to be joining Saudi Arabian club Al Khalij. As you can see, we wanted to bring him in, but he didn't want to come, and ultimately he went and signed for this team. And then finally, the other player who we wanted to bring in, Angelo Pereira, he has gone and joined Altai as well, another Saudi Arabian club. It's a shame they go there when they could have come to us, but what can you do really? But one player who stuck by us through everything, he's coming to our third club now, Mauro Couto. He's come with us. Now, he might not get the role that he had in Tromsø, and that's probably expected, but he's here, and you will be seeing him get some minutes over the next few years. 3 years deal. I'm happy that we've been able to bring him in, and we keep him here for as long as he is able to continue to play for those injuries. Still with him, he's still got one, of course he has, but at least he's here with us, and he'll be coming through to whatever we do. So I think it's just a bit of an induction day today. We'll be looking over the squad and stuff like that, and then we've got a game against our first opponent in Veres. So a bit of background on Shakhtar Donetsk. Obviously the biggest club in Ukraine. We're going to the east corner of Europe now. So we've been to the north, we've been to the west, and we've been to the northwest as well. We're coming to the furthest out place of all the clubs we've been to here in Ukraine. If we're going to take a look at where can we go and look at? I mean, facilities, how are they doing? State of the art training, top corporate facilities, superb youth facilities. We're playing in the Donbass Arena, 52,000 seater, opened in 2009, a nice stadium to come into, and then yeah, all that, and we go to what else can we go to? If you'll let me, is it gonna let me have a look here? Yeah, the history. No chance here. Are we gonna have a look? Yeah, there we go. So they've won the Europa League once, which obviously a good achievement for them. 27 times Premier League champions. The first one in 2002. I think I know who was winning before that. 21 times Ukrainian Cup champions. I'd like to win all them whilst we're here. I think it was Dynamo Kiev before who were the dominant force. Yeah, as you can see, they were definitely the dominant force before that. They've won a Super Cup actually and a European Cup Winners' Cup. So they're our biggest rivals over in the capital. We're here in the very east of Ukraine, so it'll be it's a nice place to come to, and yeah, hopefully we can achieve that goal of winning the Champions League for the first time, for the first Ukrainian club to win it. I think so. I don't know anyone else who would have. Dnipro won, who are actually going bankrupt in real life, which is a bit of a shame really for them, but it doesn't look like they have. Obviously, Dynamo Kiev have not done it either. I can't be bothered with this interface. What is going on? If we go and take a look at the squad, the new players we inherit, we'll go and look at the best ability players, and the first player, arguably the most interesting player we've got, Yaroslav Shevchenko. That is Shevchenko. Now, I don't know where the other Shevchenko, and you'll know exactly who I'm on about. Did he come through this academy? I don't think he did. He not come through here? So which academy did he go through? Is he even in the game? I'm not too sure. If oh, he is, there he is, Andriy Shevchenko. So he was a Dynamo Kiev player. We have got our own Shakhtar Shevchenko, which is he looks like the real deal. To be fair, what a player overall. He is suspended for the first few games, so we won't see him today. 22 years of age, has already got 100 league appearances for this club. I want to swap him over to this side because he's a left footer, play him as an inverted winger. I think we will be doing that, and I will be training there. So that is one of the players to watch. We've got Joachim Parente. They've actually said in my contract, if you're going to take a look at the club vision, I don't know if it shows us here. I don't think it's showing, but they want us to sign play. Yeah, there you go. Sign players based in Brazil. Now that is something I can get behind. The amount of wonder kids we're going to be bringing in, I'll show you how we're going to do that in a second. Joachim Parente is a defensive midfielder who's come in here. Might be leaving us, might not. We'll have to see, but he is there for now. Chernador is here, another defensive midfielder. He was with Benfica and Braga, all these Portuguese teams. Played for a load of big clubs. Now here in Shakhtar, another midfielder, and then the final set of them, the midfielders, Herohai Sudakov, who's got, I think it's a very recognisable name. He's played in the Ukrainian national team for a number of years, if I'm not mistaken. He can play that inverted winger role that we want, but I don't think he will in the midfield. Now, these three midfielders, we've got three amazing midfielders, but the only issue is they're all very defensive minded. And it may be a bit of an issue because we want Mazzalas in this team. The new tactic we're playing, obviously, a gegenpress. We're trying different tactics. So far at Santa Clara, we played a counter-attacking. KA, we played possession, Tromso. Tiki-taka. On reflection, I have no idea how that worked, but apparently it did. Is that a Hall of Fame style? One thing this is a bit of a side note, but if we take a look at single season, if it will show me a single season in this year's Football Manager, we are actually in the top, just under 1,000 players for that treble season, one of the best seasons in all of FM this year. That's quite an impressive achievement. Yeah, we've tried all those tactics now with Trump, so I don't know how the tiki-taka worked, but for 9 years, 10 years it did. Now we go with the gegenpress, and then if we go to Las Palmas, it would be a custom tactic. So I guess once we've gathered, it's a good thing because once we've gathered all the knowledge about every tactic, we can use that and make a decision from there. But yeah, we've got that tactic. It will be a similar formation as you can see to what we're playing before, but it's just we've got quite defensive midfielders. But I guess we'll figure something out. We've got in goal Levitsky. We'll have to get used to some of these new names in another foreign country. We've had some. We've gone through quite the set of interesting pronunciations, but now we're coming to somewhere which should be a bit more known to me in Eastern Europe. Levitsky, our new goalkeeper. We've got centre back as Azevedo, another Brazilian who there's saying we need to bring in, looking like a good player there. And then Dmitry Popov. Is he? I wanna just take a look at something. I wanna if we go to his, where would it be? His information. Where has his information gone? I can't remember. Oh yeah, there it is. His information. Yeah, he is just Ukrainian. Popov, very Bulgarian name. Left winger, but can play at left back. I think he will be going at left back. Lots of potential. These are the types of players we're dealing with. I think we have an okay squad, a little bit worse than I thought it would be, but the important thing is we have got 133 million in the bank, 1.4 million wage budget to use, and we've got 300,000 spare. I'm pretty sure that can increase. It was like 500,000, but I've added a bit more to the transfer budget. I don't know if we're making a load of signings this transfer window, but in January, lots of players we could bring in if we need to. I mean, you can see the types of players we can scout and easily bring in from these big Premier League clubs because of the amount of money we have. That is the introduction to Shakhtar Donetsk. What a time we're going to have here, and the goal in the end to win the Champions League. Let's go and play our first game here against Veres. So the team for this game against Veres starts with Levitsky in goal. We've got a backline of Popov, Antonov, Fedorov and Azevedo. Perente, Ndur and Sidakov in the midfield. We've got Rusakov on the left, Diki on the right and Kuzminik up top. Kick off here in this game against Veres. We're in the nice green kit here, as you can see. We're blending in a bit with the turf. Obviously, an opening game where we're expected to win the league. There's definitely places where we need to strengthen the squad. In particular, we need a bit more depth. We need new players at the back and more depth in the midfield. I'm looking at. I think we've got good attackers, good potential in the club. This squad has produced some amazing players, and especially from Brazil as well. I mean, if we go and take a look at the history, there's some players who I'm thinking of. Like I can't remember specifically. There is definitely players. I don't want to say anyone just in case they weren't, but I might find that out for next time. There has been. I'm going to search some up. I feel like Willian has been here. Is this? No, it's not the same Willian, but there's been players like that who you kind of wouldn't have ever, thought of. Estival there, I managed him before. Maybe we could bring him in. Actually, that would be a very very good deal. There's been players who, have been at this Shakhtar club. You may not have known, but they have played here, and that's how they've developed. And I think we might have some players like that. I mean, most recently, Mudryk was the one who left for 100 million, one of the record deals. Went into Chelsea as our first goal goes in here. It's Shendoin from the midfield. Welcome to Shakhtar, our first goal here at the new club. It's only taken 10 minutes and it looks like the league could be a bit of a breeze. I mean, the one thing I've been worrying about is when we come to Shakhtar, if we lose that first league title, then we would be in a bit of trouble. But if we play like this, then I think we should be alright. But I don't know. We'll have to see really how it goes. Just need to get a feel, ease in. Not expecting anything from the first season. We do have Champions League football to play. We have a playoff, which probably will be in tomorrow's episode, and then from there into a bit of league action. I would like to get to the knockout stages, round of 16 in the first season. I'd be happy with that, but it's a completely different breed of competition. We're going to be playing against tough opposition every single place you go, every round you go into. It's going to be tough, but it's just a case of learning and building a team full of wonder kids, full of Brazilian wonder kids for this. And I get why they do it, because it's worked before. As I say, there's been players who've been here and it's worked, and that's why they say they want us to do it. And I think we can all get behind signing a few wonder kids. Focusing in on this game though, the only game of the day, as I say, we're just getting settled in. in, we've looked at the team, and then we're gonna play this game. These players still need to get used to the tactic. Obviously, a gegenpress. It's been a few months, I think, since we were at Leicester the last time I used it. I used it because it's a very widely used tactic. A lot of teams, a lot of managers use it. It's a very modern tactic as well. Back post indoors, nearly got another goal for himself. Has he got a lot of height on him because he keeps winning these headers? It's a square ball. Sidaikov tries to get a foot in, but he's not able to do anything there. It's a modern tactic, but it needs a bit of development, and we have to see how it will work. Still a quite similar formation, so that should benefit us as our one of the wonder kids here, Dmitry Popov, gets the goal to make it 2-0, and we are going to run away with this game by the looks of it. Away from home, 2-0 up inside 40 minutes. It's looking like a good start to life here in Shakhtar. I mean, for a team who's so dominant, the fact they've only ever won Europa League, it should be better. It really has to be better, and that's what we've come to do. Kuzminik has put his header in. It falls to indoor. Rusakov with the shot. He's put it over the bar. He's playing today for the suspended Shevchenko. I wanted to play him at striker, but Kuzminik, he was clearly a key player here. I gave him a bit of disrespect in pre-season because I wanted to play Shevchenko in the Shevchenko role, but Kuzminik is a decent player. It's just I want a lot of potential players to develop. I mean, you can look at him, decent player, 191, but Shevchenko at the same time has got that, but more potential, more, kind of technical abilities. A little bit shorter, that was the concern. But upon reflection, I realised, Kuzminik is 191 and a target man who can get on the end of balls from the fullbacks, even though we're playing, it'll be the fullbacks, the inverted wingers won't be playing those balls in, but I think he'll be a decent option, and hopefully he can get a few goals for himself now. Put that trust in him. But yeah, it's going to be a good time here. Lots of money. We can build a team. We've got state-of-the-art facilities in comparison to Ukraine. We will get benefits from winning the cup, all the cups, the league titles if we do that, and we'll start to rack up the trophies and maybe even go on and win the Champions League eventually. Prepare for another 10 years here. 10 years in Tromsø. I expected it to take 10 years. If we didn't do it in 5 years, I'd start to get a little bit frustrated. I think that was about accurate, as Kuzminik gets our third goal of this game after 45 minutes. I said after 5 years, if we're not onto something or something like that, we'd have a bit of an issue. We should be getting close, and we did. We made a quarter-final by that stage, I'm fairly certain. 10 years made sense. It was 9 years, basically, so 9 years, 8 years, because obviously we what was it? We had a year after we won it. The final after came so fast, by the way. I didn't even realise it had been a whole year. And the two teams who contested it. Now I've not seen the result of this. It was Tottenham and Valencia, and the result was the holders are Tottenham, so Tottenham did win. Finally, must have won a trophy. They beat Valencia 2-1, as you can see there. I bet they are absolutely frustrated, absolutely gutted with that. It's a shame because Valencia were a very good team and they lost to Tottenham of all teams, so they have picked up a trophy now. When did they win these? I mean, if we go and take a look at their history, Tottenham finally picking up a trophy. So they won the Conference League, that's it. They run us up twice, 27-28, I think we saw that. But yeah, pretty much nothing apart from that. They've not won the league, not won the FA Cup, not won the Carabao Cup. Finally winning a Conference League at the expense of Valencia, who we beat. Obviously, it's a shame. It's happened before where a team has lost 2 finals in a row in the Conference League. Tottenham there, as you just saw, and Fiorentina as well in real life has happened, which is it's a shame it had to happen, but I guess that's the Conference League for you. But I mean, if we could pick up the Conference League here, that wouldn't be too bad. But I'm surprised as Shakhtar. I mean, they always get in the Champions League. I think it's tough when your standard of football here is it's not. It's good. I think it's good, but Shakhtar are like levels above by the looks of it. But then when they go into the European competition, because they're not being tested enough in their division here in the Ukrainian Premier Division, First Division, it's tough for them to do anything in the Champions League. But we're here to change that. We know exactly what we have to do. The job we've got on our hands, and hopefully we can go and finally achieve that the one that's got away from them for so many years and get them their second European trophy. We're going to make a few changes here. We don't have that defensive depth, as you can see for yourself. We'll bring on Shabalin here, bring off Popov, who's got a goal in this game, the youngster. Jackson in the midfield, I think I'm going to bring him on, or he can go on the wing actually. I think I might try him on the wing. I've signed him. New player, brought him back to. He's never actually been. I think is he Brazilian? He might be neutralized. Yeah, he is Brazilian actually. He's got quite a few caps for the Ukrainian team as well. Brought him back. He came for not too much actually, but brought him back to Ukraine, his homeland, and yeah, he's going to get a few minutes off the bench for the squad. But yeah, first season, spending this money, probably looking to increase the depth. I think we've got good core, especially in the midfield and in the attack. It's looking at the defense. Goalkeeper's not an issue. Levitsky's looking like a decent player, but in that defense, we've got a few good players, but in different positions. Well, I think it's just about a case of sorting it out. And when we have like injuries and suspensions, I've inherited suspensions, as you've seen there for Shevchenko. We need to be covered when we, go and get them issues, and we need to bring in the depth, and that's where the money will go. Whether that's now or in January, we'll have to see. But I guess it's all part of this process in the first few years. But yeah, I'm glad that we've managed to come to a new club. It's not Las Palmas, but it's time for a new club. We spent a long time in Tromsø, the longest time we've spent anywhere, but it's the right time to move. And what a time it was, really. We could have gone on and completed, another double. We've already completed a double before we won. Did we complete it? Wait, I feel like did something that was a double. I don't know what it was, but something definitely happened that felt like a double. I don't even know, to be honest, but I have a feeling we did something that was a double, a domestic double or something like that. I don't really know, to be honest, but I guess that was that. We won the cup twice, but we never won the league nor the Conference League. We could have completed another treble if we just beat Besiktas. I mean, they didn't even make the final. Arsenal beat Fenerbahce in the final, I believe, so they lost out in the semi-final to Fenerbahce. It was a shame we couldn't win that game. I thought we didn't manage it too well, but what can you do, really? We've left them in an amazing position. Not that many players, but lots of money. We've left them with a second place in the league. They had a game in hand, by the way, to go first, but whoever was inherited must have not got the favourable result. I think it was a draw against Lillestrøm, leaving Mulder a few points clear at the top, and we've also left them with a quarter-final. They're into another semi-final. I think we've done our duty there. I think it's the sixth semi-final in a row that they've made now in the cup. Pretty dominant force there, and hopefully that can continue for much longer. We've seen, KA have kind of dropped off a little bit. I don't know what Santa Clara are doing. They float between the leagues, so a little bit better than what happened to KA, which is a shame, really, because we won the cup with them, nearly won the league, finished second, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be there. But here in Shakhtar now, we have our own goals to achieve, and hopefully they can go on and be done as we find ourselves on the ball. 3-1 up here. Kuzminik is through on goal. He has the shot to make it 4-1, but it forces a save out of the Verez goalkeeper here. I mean, teams who are in this league, we've seen a lot of them in European action, to be fair. Dynamo Kiev, who lost 3-0 on the opening day by the looks of it. We've got who else? Rukla Viva here, Dnipro here, Vorskla, who have been in the European competitions a lot, and Kolos as well. I've seen them quite a lot. So some notable teams who we'll have to play against, but hopefully we can get the results that we need and settle in and have a good first season, and hopefully bring home that title for like the 13th or I don't even know anymore. It's ridiculous what this club do, but we need to continue that domination for going on to the future as we find ourselves on the ball. Jackson finds Sidakov. He's bursting into the box. Can he really see it? He has the shot. It's forced to save, or it might have deflected off something. I don't really know. It's been a very, very eventful game in our first 0.4 xg in comparison to our 3 xg nearly. Represents the scoreline very, very well. Sharon Dor plays his ball in near post. Azevedo jumps up for it, but he's not able to do anything with it. It's a square ball back in, only into the hands of the Verez goalkeeper. But overall, it's been a good performance here, and one that we're definitely going to be looking to build on. It's Vorskla there, as you can see, 3 goals in 15 minutes to cause a bit of, it's nice for us on our first day out here in Shakhtar. The Dynamo Kiev have lost as well, our biggest rivals here in Ukraine, as there might be a penalty for us here. There's going to be a check as to whether it is or not, and the decision is penalty awarded, and we are going to have the chance to make it 4-1. It's Sidaikov who's stepping up to take the penalties. That's one thing I need to sort out. He is our captain, if I'm not mistaken. Sidaikov steps up and it's saved. It is saved, and that's exactly the reason why I need to go and do the penalties, and that will all be done in time, in preparation for our playoff, which we should be winning whoever we play. That will be in the next episode, a few games away now, and then after that, as I say, league action, Champions League action, and yeah, starting to build and gain that knowledge of what we need in the Champions League. Obviously, Tromso qualified for the Champions League, so we will be meeting them, and if we can go and make a return there, that would be nice. But in the closing moments of this game, a convincing opening day. We've seen some good performances from the like of Kuzminik, Sher and Sidaikov, even though he missed that penalty. Popov as well, who got subbed off. Overall, a good opening day and not too much cause for concern really, as Jackson finds himself on the ball down this right side. He plays it into Sidaikov, who's getting into good positions here as an advanced playmaker. It looks like he has more of an influence than a Mazzala, which is nice to see. As Sidaikov goes down again, that is not a penalty. Can we get a whistle here, ref? Because some of these boys are going to be tired. We've come off the back of a pre-season, a good pre-season, got the results that we wanted. What's the referee going to give us? Surely not a penalty. We're gonna have a look, ref. The ref is going to say no penalty. Of course he does. It will not matter because we lead 3-1 here. Anyway, one final chance, nothing will happen from it. The full-time whistle goes, and it's a win on the opening day here. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you with this little tune, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you, bye.